So I had something I wanted to talk to Wendigoon about.
Oh.
We can jump in with that. So I know from your channel you're very interested in these mystical woodland creatures and things. Very not just woodland, all over the place. Of all those you've researched, do any of them at all like trigger a thought in your mind to be like, this would be real? Or are you mostly at the end of it like, I can't buy in?
I do think that there is a large case for a lot of like ocean creatures, for one, right? So I'm going to leave those out of it because that's cheating, right?
Okay.
Okay.
As far as like, so I'm from Eastern Tennessee, right? So I spend a lot of the time in the woods, do a lot of camping, and there's some weird stuff that goes down you just don't explain, like just some noises, some carcasses you find that you're like, this is not right. And I'm also like, a Christian, a Sunday school teacher. So I also have the thought in my head, like, maybe it's just a demon. That makes me feel better for some reason.
Yeah.
So if there is any like supernatural or cryptid, so to speak, creature that would exist, I would probably say it would be in line with a lot of mythologies that go along the lines of like the rake or something like that. And I don't think maybe any one specific one of them is real, just maybe like some kind of creature that's unaccounted for, just something that isn't quite on the record yet.
Sure.
It's not an entirely out there, like, Bigfoot with antlers and giant wings. As much as I love the Mothman, probably not. But just something that we're not entirely aware of yet, that makes some noise at night that we don't pay attention to. Yeah.
That's totally believable.
I'm also like, I also lean toward that, not like the biblical demon, which is a fucking corrupted angel of the Lord, but like the idea of some sort of like, I don't know, other dimensional fucking weird being that's kind of here, but not really. And like, maybe sometimes it influences our world in some weird way, even if it's just being a cold spot or screaming real loud in the woods.
An in-betweener, so to speak. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen or heard anything that I couldn't explain with my ears or eyes one way or another. I remember when we were on our little survival trip that time with you, myself, and Chiz and Patrick, our cam man, and we heard some people way in the distance being I'm gonna say they were being silly and partying by a fire, because that's not terrifying. Because what we heard was, whee! It sounded like there might be some deliverance shit going down, like they just had like fuck the guy or something,
or a demon ritual of sorts.
You never know, but it was so far away. But we're in like a silent forest. All you hear is crickets and all the forest life and quietness. So like a person's voice in those hills, those mountains carries so far. But it was scary. I was glad we had guns. I was like, I'm not worried about it at all. We've got fucking guns. I kind of hope they come over here and start some shit. Actually, let's go see what they're yelling about.
You better hope that it's like a physical being. Your guns are going to be nothing against demons.
Well, then we've got a cameraman. We're all millionaires now. We're the first ghost hunters to actually find a ghost.
The reason
if medals are going to be on us like Soviet commanders, it's going to be nuts.
The only thing we know for sure about ghosts is that if you like see one verifiably, like they probably are going to kill you, right? There'd be a lot more people with better stories.
We're the first men to beat up a ghost in the forests of Georgia, and our boy Patrick filmed it. We're cutting Chiz out of this. It's a union thing. Fucking Woody took his tent flap, his rain garden, and choked the fucking ghost out. There was so much cosmic energy imbued in it from his anger earlier that day that he could choke a phantom with it.
And makes sense.
And we take a phantasm like prisoner. We'd be the first guy, so I have no fear of a phantasm or ghost. I would love to die that way if someone records it. It'd be cool. That's how I'd love to die.
It would be.
I'd like to be taken out a long time from now. Like at 91, there's no way I'm making it 90. At 71.
Here's the thing. I think people that are our age, we still do that thing where 70 is so goddamn old, but every day 70 gets younger, if that makes sense. Like the people who will be 70-year-olds today are way better health-wise than 70-year-olds 10 years ago. and on and on and on and on and on, right? Like there's a reason that like we keep living. Yeah, of course.
I thought we were getting fatter at a faster rate than all that.
But the healthcare system, like the life expectancy keeps going up. Has it gone? It hasn't started going down, has it? It's always.
I
did
don't
with
think
COVID.
we've never been like
Well,
that
COVID doesn't
great
count.
with
Okay.
compared to like a lot of Europe.
That'd be like if a bomb went off, the average
Yeah,
goes
right.
down. It's like, come on.
It did
But I
with
don't
World
think
War
Europe
II.
has. Europe doesn't have longer life expectancy because they have like way better. Well, they do have better medical care than us, but I think it's mostly that they're not all big fat fucks. Like way lower. Think about all the problems that being obese cause, and then like make a population like ours that's super fucking mega obese. It's gonna cause
Super
it.
fucking mega obese. Just
It's a lot of
feeling
obese.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could've
I'm just saying
said
that by the
obese.
time you're, what I was getting at is,
Yeah, why
is
can't
by
they
the-
just be a normal guy who's class 1 obese? like,
But when you're 70,
Stage
that will
one
be a
obese.
very different 70 probably than the 70 you picture. Like
yeah,
you're, how old are you?
Me?
31.
40 years from now? We're talking about like 2060 something? Like 2060.
That is a long
Yeah,
time from
yeah.
now.
I feel like we've got the spaceships then, right? Like we're on Mars in our Mars cars. Like it's 70, right? Like we'll get to see it then. They won't let us go up there, but your grandkids will get to go.
I don't think
2060, Kyle will
And
have
maybe one of my
reliable
dogs.
internet.
I mean, yeah, it could be like that. I don't think we're not gonna make it like before the buzzer, but like we're gonna miss all that really cool shit. I think.
Oh, I see.
I am. I don't know about you.